Okay, Assalamu alaikum. This is Saidun, and this is my individual assignment of e-marketing. Thank you for your cooperation for answering my questions. Our topic is about relationship between politics and economy. First of all, could you introduce where you're from?
Okay. My name is Fadila, and I'm from Indonesia.
Okay, so let's get started. And number one is, during the process of growth, has your country's policy changed a lot? Has it ever experienced political or institutional reformation?
All right. I'm 21 years old, and that is quite a short duration of life to be aware fully of what happened to my country. But then, if from what I learned in the school and also from some of the readings, I came to know that there were a very huge reformation that happened in Indonesia in the 1998. So during this time, basically people in Indonesia, especially the youngster, they came together and tried to defeat the current president during that time, and after that, that era is called Reformation. And I was not, if we're talking about my experience, I didn't really experience it because I was not really aware of the situation. So but then that is huge changes that has happened because what they wanted was coming true. So the president changed from Suharto to Habibie.
Okay. Number two is, compared to former government and this government, has your life affected or changed? Is there any improvement or betterment in your surroundings?
All right. When we are comparing the two presidency, then I can't really have a say on that because I'm staying here in Malaysia and my country is in Indonesia. But then whenever I go back, and also I think I'm not really updated, but then I just know that and there were several changes. Specifically in terms of labor, because before this we had a very strict ruling on that, but then right now we have for the economy, like it is more open to foreign labor, so any foreign worker can just come into Indonesia without that very strict ruling that has ever been there before.
Oh, is it easy for you to get this betterment or improvement? Is there any acceptable or any available for you to get or to see this improvement?
It is not improvement. I think it is a backward because Indonesia is still struggling with all the workers, and just try to make sure that everyone get a job is quite hard. What more about getting more workers from outside? So but then it can be seen. I heard from what people around me was talking about.
Number three is, as a Muslim, what is your thought toward the future policy of your country?
All right. When I'm talking as a Muslim, I mean it is something that should be related to my religion. So I don't talk as Indonesian as a whole, but then I talk specifically about my religion. So when I'm talking about my religion, I think it is quite fair to say that from what I see from the current presidency, it might bring more negative changes to Muslim in Indonesia because just like all over the world, I think the trend is quite same, that people are moving more into liberalism, and then from that also the candidate that we have right now is from a party that is not really that is not really supportive to any Islamic movement, to any religious movement. That's why I think last year or this year there were there were a legal they wanted to change the constitution from initially allowing all Islamic organization to operate, and then they wanted to make it they want to freeze them. So basically they want to stop the activity of all this organization, and I think that is a huge negative impact that would be happen to Muslim there in Indonesia.
But Muslim, Indonesia is a Muslim country, right?
Muslim majority country, yeah.
Majority country.
Yes.
So your policy will be implemented under the Sharia law.
It is not. It is not. The law in Indonesia is based on the colonialism law. That was brought by all the Dutch people who were colonized in Indonesia. So it is not at all based on Sharia law. As far as I know, again, I'm studying psychology. I'm not really aware of this, but then this is just my layman knowledge.
It's okay. Number 4 is as a student of IUM. Here, neither Chinese or Indonesian language, even nor Malay language do we speak, but a fourth party's language, which is English, we are speaking. What do you think of this?
Well, I think, personally for me, that is totally fine, because here in IIM we have two main language. The first one is English and the second one is Arabic. And English, as for English, I think it is because it's universal language. And then for Arabic, I think because that is the language of Quran, and also that is the language that can unite all Muslims all over the world. So, for me, I'm totally fine with that. I don't have any concern, and that is something that I personally find to be really good.
You are having fun speaking English, right?
Kind of.
So, why do you think it is English, not the other language will be the universal language? Why is English?
I think when we're talking about that, we have to talk in a very universal, with consideration of a very universal approach. It should be not just IIUM, because IIUM is just kind of following the universal current situation. Means like all over the world, we know that English is the main universal language. So we just have to follow with that, and or else probably, for example, if IIUM wants to make Bahasa Melayu as its formal language, as its first language, then probably a lot of IIM students won't be able to speak in English. And then if that is the case, the impact is there will be a lot of IIM students who are not able to communicate in the broader community.
Number 6 is assuming if one day a country declares that English will be its official language, what do you think of this effect or the influence?
That would be very much good, because I'm from Indonesia, and here when I came to Malaysia, I realized that English is very important, and that is something that I actually a bit I felt that a bit disappointed, because Indonesia don't have this English as a second language, because we only have Bahasa Indonesia, and that's all. We don't have any second language, and from that it caused a lot of Indonesian, they are not able to access very high quality writings that is produced in international realm, but then they just stuck, and then the information is just stuck there because they use only Bahasa Indonesia. But then if they use English, then it will be very much better. But then also for that, to implement that, it is not just something to be implemented directly. There should be slow preparation, making sure that everything else is already settled, and then after that they can focus on the language.
So the last one is there any relationship between politics and economy? What kind of relationship it is or should be, just in your opinion?
Alright, in my opinion, again, I'm not really literate in politics and economic, but then of course it is very much related, because economic is, we can say, the economical situation of a country is somehow hugely influenced by the government, which is the political side. So we can say that government is the actor, and the politics situation and the economical situation is the result of what the government is doing. So yeah.
You see what you're saying. Okay. So that's all. Thank you for your cooperation for answering my question. Thank you again. Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.